Alright guys, so I was looking at my videos. I know that there's some difficulties uploading them, not just uploading them. The screen's got like lines. I don't know, maybe that's just because I need a new camera. There's a few things I wanted to speak about, but I should write these down, and it's crazy because I write everything else down. Let's see. If I do remember it, I will probably say something after the video. Or in the next video. Oh, well, I guess another one was, I am trying to figure out my setup. Okay, because I know in my videos I'm all over the place. And I know I just started, but, I don't know. I'm just trying to find a comfortable spot, somewhere where I can feel comfortable sitting here and not have to worry about y'all looking at my teeth when I talk, because I'm going to be honest, I have sensitive issues around that area, and I'm pretty sure someone would say something about it since I've gotten comments about it before. Other than that, I'm just here for entertainment purposes only, because this is a really fun, exciting, adventurous adventure in a book where we can't actually do this for real. We can't just go out on missions and, people play those games. I play Skyrim, so I'm always going on different missions, and it really sparks my creativity, my curiosity, and excitement, and I really just want more than what we are given in this life and in this system of a world. I want more. I don't want to settle for what we are giving in history and all that. I want more. So here's me making my own adventure, even if it's not real. Or not real. Anyhow, we are going to be on the 4th episode? Chapter, excuse me. Okay, so yeah. 4th chapter. The war behind the ice walls. I'm sorry guys. Let me get a drink real quick before I go on, because I'm already starting to get thirsty. Made some lemon, lime, and orange water. No sugar. Just straight up. It's really good. I love it. Anyhow, here we go. When we were all in silence, waiting for the words of the captain, who was going to tell us something that seemed to be unique, a colossal-sized craft loomed and seemed to be coming straight at us. One of the boys went up to see what he could spot, and shouted as he descended in a violent manner, "They are coming towards us! It is something gigantic!" We all panicked, but Butler ordered to remain calm. Although he remained calm, he seemed a bit nervous compared to what we had been experiencing before. This made me more uneasy. We could be coming towards us, Who could be coming towards us in this giant craft? As it got closer, we did not change the north course. It had a reddish color, and as it got closer, we could see that it was more and more immense. I will not deny that I feared for my life and that of the team. I could not believe that we had just left the walls of the ice behind. Something was going to prevent us from continuing to investigate this unknown ocean. I also thought that we were the only ones who had come so far in these areas. We did not know exactly the depths, but the ocean still looked dark. A defeating sound enveloped us. We could hardly stand it. It was a screeching sound like some kind of horn. Then a voice with a perfect English accent came before us, saying the following. Excuse me, sorry guys. "Dear visitors from the walled lands, some of our men will come down and approach your boat. We will do you no harm. Please remain calm." This message sounded even more frightening. Inside me, I thought they might attack us, but it's not like we could escape from there either. This ship was gigantic and looked like something out of a fictional tale from a far future. Butler reassured us by acknowledging that he was aware that something like this could happen, to stay calm and welcome this new visitor in a kind way. 3 men were making their way to our ship. This was the first time we had ever had a visitor, and we were not even sailing in familiar waters, nor were any familiar people coming aboard. The men had white suits, and some embolds stood out of them. There was a flying flag on top of their ship. If we could call it that. Said flag was completely blue with a white circle in the center. We helped the men up, and they greeted us kindly by shaking our hands. One of them introduced himself as the captain and asked us what we were doing sailing in these areas across the wall. Butler spoke for us and informed that we were sailing around the Arctic Circle, and that the Arctic Circle, and that we had decided to sail through these areas to investigate it. It would be my impression at the time, but I had noticed a certain camaraderie between Butler and the officers. The same man turned to look at his other 2 companions, and they were amazed at such a feat. They commented among themselves that it had been a long time since they had seen something like this. He apologized for the way they should have approached us, and also the way they had to approach us, saying the following words. He explained to us the reason for this concern. "We are very sorry that your visit does not seem to be welcome. It really is. But it has been a long time since we have seen people crossing the walls. In fact, we do not know how they left them either. But it does not matter now. I will give you this map with directions on how to get to safe lands." This last sentence was not well taken by any of the group. We looked at each other with some fear. I encouraged myself to ask them, "Safe lands, did you say? Are there any unsafe lands?" "Well, the lands where you come from are quite unsafe," replied the man standing behind. "Don't worry, you'll get there fine, sailing in this direction." It was a unique moment to be able to understand the situation a little. I spoke again as the owner of the boat. I spoke again as the owner of the boat. "Excuse me, where do you come from?" I had millions of questions in my head. "From the ancestral lands, sir." The man answered me in a bounded way. Sorry, I almost did a British accent. The man answered me in a bounded way, adding later, "Don't worry, I understand that you have many questions at this. I promise you that they will give you all the necessary information when they arrive to these lands that we were indicated to you. We will inform you that they will arrive so you can receive them immediately." The men withdrew quickly, looked in all directions as if searching for something. The strange visit left us with more questions than answers, but Butler did not hesitate for a moment, and as a great leader. He woke up the group that was still fearful and somewhat hesitant. The destination was clear now. We were heading to new lands called the ancestral lands. We sailed for quite a while following the course indicated by these men. Butler indicated that it was important to follow this direction rigorously. When several of us from the team asked the captain about what he was going to tell us before the visit, He preferred not to continue with the subject, as if he had changed his mind outright, although he told us the following. After what happened, I think we all have to open our eyes. Fortunately, we ran into these people, and we can. We ran into these people, and we can head to safe lands. I think we would not have had the same luck if it was another boat that visited us. Let's remember that there are people we left behind. Very powerful people who do not want us to be sailing these waters, or knowing all this. Let's wait to arrive as soon as possible to the Republic, and then they will understand more about the situation. It is something complex, but I'm glad we have crossed the walls. The journey has just begun, comrades. It is time to understand that we are in a war zone, doing something unique. The last sentence left us speechless. We all asked in unison, "What do you mean, in a war zone?" War zone? What kind of war zone? What kind of war? What kind of war? All the questions were directed at the captain, who answered them all by saying, "Comrades, pay attention, and let's get to these lands indicated. Everything will become clear as soon as we anchor." The temperature had changed quite a bit. As we moved away from the walls, in about 30 days, the area enveloped us with a temperature climate, as indicated. We would be close to these lands. Birds of various types began to be spotted, and vegetation on the waters that were now clearer. I had an inner feeling that we were making history, forgetting